Welcome today to Business Growth Talks. Today we're going to talk about Michael Jordan and whether he is the GOAT. The GOAT in basketball, the GOAT in cultural impact, the GOAT in net worth for for a sportsman. We're going to go a deep dive into Michael Jordan, and I want to know in the comments below whether you think he's the GOAT across the board. Okay. So Michael Jordan, often hailed as the greatest basketball player of all time, was born February 17th, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina. His rise from high school basketball player to global icon in sports and popular culture is a story of talent, perseverance, and unparalleled competitiveness. His early life. Jordan's athletic journey began in earnest in Emsley Laney High School in Wilmington. Initially cut from his varsity basketball team for being too short, his setback famously fueled his competitive fire. He eventually made the team and excelled, earning a scholarship to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. At UNC, Jordan quickly made a name for himself. In freshman year, he famously hit the winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship game. He received a lot of awards in 1984, showcasing his prowess on the court. Into the NBA. So his rise to stardom. Jordan was drafted third overall by the Chicago Bears in 1984 NBA draft. His impact was immediate. He was named NBA Rookie of the Year and quickly became a fan's favorite with his scoring skills, defensive prowess, and aerial ability. His legendary leaping ability earned him nicknames like Air Jordan and his airness. During his career with Bulls, Jordan led the team to 6 NBA championships and earned Finals MVP honors in each of these victories. He was a 14-time NBA All-Star and a 10-time scoring champion and won 5 regular season MVPs. After that, he moved surprisingly into retirement and into basketball to pursue a career in baseball, a tribute to his father's dream. He signed up for the Chicago White Sox and played for their minor league affiliate, the Birmingham Barrows. However, his baseball career was short-lived. His baseball career was short-lived, and he returned to NBA in 1995, leading the Bulls to another 3 consecutive championships. Jordan retired for a second time in 1999, but returned to NBA in 2001 with the Washington Wizards, this time as a player and part owner. He played 2 seasons with the Wizards before retiring for the final time in 2003. Jordan's influence extends beyond his on-court achievements. He played a significant role in popularizing the NBA globally in the 1980s and 1990s. His endorsement deals, particularly with Nike for Air Jordan line of shoes, revolutionized athlete marketing and brand collaboration. So we are going to deep dive now into his career, and then we'll go into his deals, his net worth, and whether he is the GOAT. So let's deep dive a little bit more into his Bulls career. This is a story of where the history of basketball, it made an incredible achievements defining NBA in 1980s and 1990s. Early years, he was drafted as 3rd overall pick. He then had an immediate impact in his rookie season, averaging 28.2 points per game and earned the NBA Rookie of the Year. He then emerged as the league top scorer, winning the NBA scoring 7 consecutive times in 1988 to 1993. Despite his individual success, the Bulls struggled to advance deep into the playoffs, often facing defeat from Detroit Pistons, the bad boys. Championship era. In 1991, Jordan led the Bulls to their first NBA championship, defeating the Los Angeles Lakers. He was named Finals MVP. The Bulls under Jordan's leadership won consecutive championships, 1992 and 1993, and he was given NBA. So then we talked about his baseball. He then came back to the Bulls, was immediately successful, a second retirement. And let's talk about the legacy. So Jordan's statistics. Jordan finished his Bulls career with an average of 31.5 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game. He transformed the Bulls into one of the most recognized and successful franchises in sport, not just basketball, elevating the team and the NBA to an unprecedented global popularity. He had five MVP awards, 10 scoring titles, 14 NBA All-Star game appearances, and six NBA Finals MVP awards. Now let's go into the business side of it, which is what some of you might be interested in. Jordan made a deal with Nike in 1984. It is one of the most significant and influential endorsements deals in the history of sport and business. This partnership not only transformed the landscape of sports marketing, but also launched one of the most successful and iconic brands, Air Jordan. So before Michael Jordan entered NBA, Nike was primarily known as a track shoe company, so for athletics. At that time, the major players in the basketball shoe market were Converse and Adidas. Jordan initially was interested in signing with Adidas, but was persuaded by David Falk, his agent, to consider Nike, a company looking to break into basketball shoe deals. He was offered a 5-year deal worth $500,000 per year, a significant sum, especially for a rookie. This deal was groundbreaking in many ways, including the fact that it was far exceeding the standard endorsement contracts for that era. Additionally, Nike agreed to create a new line of shoes and apparel featuring Jordan's name and likeness, something unprecedented at the time. And that is important. This stuff was never being done before, and he was able to get that deal. And Nike, to all of their credit, were able to launch a star and launch a huge business model based around Jordan. The first Air Jordan sneakers were released in 1985 and were an instant success. The design was bold and unconventional, featuring red and black color schemes that defined the NBA's uniformity rules at the time. So that's also interesting. They broke the rules of that they used to wear white shoes. The Defiance added the shoes appeal to the NBA, but it fined Jordan for wearing them. A fine Nike were happily to pay, further enhancing the shoe's rebellious image. The Air Jordan brand revolutionized the concept of athletics endorsements. It demonstrated the enormous potential of aligning a sports product with a charismatic and talented athlete. The success of Air Jordan also propelled Nike from a struggling company into a global leader in sports apparel and footwear. The brand has continued to grow, maintaining its status as a cultural symbol. Air Jordans have been released annually, with each new model being highly anticipated. The brand has expanded beyond basketball shoes to apparel, accessories, and even lifestyle sneakers. The financial impact of this deal on both Jordan and Nike has been phenomenal. Jordan has earned hundreds of millions of dollars from partnerships, and Air Jordan brand generates billions in annual revenue for Nike. This deal set up the stage for future athletic endorsements, showing the lucrative potential of such partnerships. Just a little fun bit here. One of the things from a non-basketball background, I was based in London. I was aware of the Chicago Bulls, and that really tells you the impact of Michael Jordan. But one of the fun things he did was he played a central role in the 1996 film Space Jam, a unique blend of live action and animation that became a cultural phenomenon. In the family comedy, Jordan stars as himself, blending his real-life persona with a fictional storyline. Let's just talk about quickly the plot and role. In Space Jam, Michael is recruited by the beloved Looney Tune characters, including Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, to help them win a basketball game against the Monsters, a group of diminutive aliens who had a powerful basketball players after stealing the talents of other NBA stars. The stakes were high. If the Looney Tunes lose, they will be enslaved by the aliens' villainous boss, Mr. Schwankhammer. Let's talk about the success and the significance of this film. It had crossover appeal. The film bridged the worlds of sports and entertainment, appealing to both basketball fans and those who grew up with the Looney Tunes cartoons. It became a staple of 1990s pop culture, remembered fondly by many who grew up in the era, including myself. The movie was part of a broader marketing strategy that combined Warner Brothers characters with Jordan's global appeal. It also helped promote the Air Jordan brand. It grossed over $230 million worldwide, but it had mixed reviews. Its appeal to children and fans of Jordan made it a huge hit. So we've talked about Jordan's career, talked about his impact. Now, what he did after his retirement, after coming back a couple of times, was that he bought and now owns Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan's ownership of the Hornets made a significant chapter in post-playing career, highlighting his transition from an iconic athlete to a prominent figure in sports management and business. In 2006, Jordan first became involved with Charlotte Bobcats, now the Hornets, as a minority investor and was given full control over basketball operations. In 2010, Jordan purchased the majority stake of the team, making him the first former NBA player to become a majority owner of a league franchise. This acquisition was approved by the NBA Board of Governors, and reported purchases was around $275 million. In 2014, Jordan oversaw the rebranding from the Bobcats to its original name, the Charlotte Hornets, a move that was well received by the fan base and the community. This rebranding included a return to the team's original color scheme and logo, which held significant nostalgic value for the fans. Let's move on from Charlotte Hornets. Let's talk about his net worth. As of the latest update in April 2023, a little bit out of date, but that's the latest numbers we've got. Michael Jordan's net worth is estimated at $1.7 billion. This staggering figure places him as one of the most richest athletes in the world, though it's important to note that the majority of his wealth was accumulated after his playing career through various business ventures and endorsements. So let's just talk about how he's got to that net worth. NBA salary. During his playing career in the NBA, Jordan earned about $90 million total salary. His highest paid seasons were with the Chicago Bulls in the late 1990s, where he earned over $30 million per season. We've talked about this, his endorsements with Nike. This was huge, and it was massive for him. He's earning royalties from every pair of Jordan shoes, which is one of the deals that actually catapulted Jordan's net worth and was a huge impact on him. He also had lucrative deals with companies like Gatorade, Hanes, and Upper Deck, amongst others. As of 2023, the Air Jordan brand earns him around $100 million annually just from the Nike deal. Also, the franchise of the Charlotte Hornets has made that he's increased his value significantly. Beyond basketball, Jordan has an interest in various other business ventures, including car dealerships, restaurants, and most recently into a tequila brand alongside other NBA owners. His investments and assets outside of basketball and endorsements also contribute to his wealth. Jordan owns several properties, including homes in Florida, North Carolina, Chicago, which adds to his overall wealth. Jordan's net worth is a testament to his success both on and off the basketball court. His business acumen, combined with the status as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, has allowed him to become create a substantial fortune and lasting legacy into the world of sport and beyond. Jordan's financial success also highlights the potential of athletes to leverage their fame and success into the business arena and after their playing days. Maybe this is what everyone's looking for. Was Michael Jordan the GOAT, the greatest of all time? So let's consider whether he was the greatest. This involves multiple factors, including sporting achievements, financial success, and impact on the sport. It is important to note that such assessments are subjective and can vary based on criteria and personal perspectives. But this is what I'm going to talk about. We're going to cover some of the things that we've talked about, but I think bring it all together. Is he the GOAT? Success in NBA, unparalleled, couldn't have done any more in the basketball arena. He also played a critical role in popularizing basketball globally, and he was a part of the dream team who won the Barcelona Olympics, contributing significantly to this. His net worth, we've talked about all the deals. Nike has been immense for him and has given him a massive global presence. Also, the Charlotte Hornets also brings him a significant increase into his net worth and has made him a billionaire. Beyond basketball, he is a cultural icon. He transcends sport, becoming a cultural icon. His influence is evident in fashion, media with Space Jam, and even language terms like Be Like Mike. Philanthropic, Jordan has been involved in various charitable efforts, contributing to community development and social causes. But I think for me, and we'll carry on, but for me, I'm not a basketball fan, but I know who he is. When the Netflix documentary came out, I watched every episode straight away. It was massive. It was so insightful, just showing that competitive nature. Comparison with other sporting legends. Comparing across different sports is challenging. Athletes like Muhammad Ali, Babe Ruth, Pele, Serena Williams, and others have profound impacts on their respective sports and beyond. It's difficult to find the metrics. Achieving achievements, longevity, influence, and off-field contributions weigh differently in determining the greatest of the all time. Conclusion. While it is undeniable that Michael Jordan is one of the greatest athletes in history, particularly in basketball, declaring him as the absolute GOAT is subjective. His combination of athletic dominance, financial success, and cultural impact is unparalleled in basketball and rare in the wider sporting world. However, the title of the GOAT varies based on individual values, the sports considered, and the aspects of influence and achievements which are the most important. For me, he's not the GOAT. Sorry, guys, if you're a Michael Jordan fan, it might be controversial. I think he has had cultural impact, a financial impact, post-career impact, as well as all these achievements on the court. But I think there are other people which are more elevated. As I said, Muhammad Ali, massive cultural icon at his time. You've got people like modern soccer players, football players, Messi and Ronaldo, which are goats in their field. But I think it's very difficult to say that he is the greatest sports person of all time. Definitely the GOAT in basketball, without doubt. There's never been anyone like him before and probably won't be. So I would say, look, have a think about it. Put in the comments below who you think the GOAT is of all time. Thanks, guys. Have a great day and on to the next one.